Well, good morning. Hi, Joanne.
Good. Hey, how are you guys? It's so good to see you.
Did you see Madden's got her own Soroptomist community Christmas tree in the background there?
I already put my Christmas tree up.
I'm very proud of you.
If you go by and take a tag off the tree, there's going to be either Madden's name or one of her kids' names, and there's going to be a list of wants and a list of wants.
Exactly. Yeah. Are there any price categories? That's what I want to know.
No, it's you have to inquire for price because we don't want to put it on the tag.
Yeah. It's been wild.
That's good. I think the longer you have that tree up, the better your chances are,
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
okay, now you're making me want to put my Christmas decorations up, but I will do that.
How long did you wait, Madden? When did your tree go up?
Last weekend, and then today, as soon as the kids get home from school, we're decorating it.
That's awesome.
With the ornament.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay.
So real quick, before we get to the Soroptomist community Christmas tree, Madden, is the elf on the shelf going to be visiting Murphy's this year?
He is. I don't know. He may have gotten lost since we moved.
Did the elf on the shelf's GPS get a little squirrely?
Yeah.
You missed our stream the other day. She's got an elf on the shelf, and I have a mensch on a bench, and we were gonna have like dueling elves this year. But if the elf got lost, then I guess it's just the mensch.
It's just the mensch.
I know. Oh, and that's kind of sad.
Does he just stay on the bench in one spot?
It's a mensch on a bench. What do you want him to do?
I think it's good. Oh, you guys are funny.
Let's talk community tree, because we have children that are suffering this year that are going to be going without. And where normally we have the Christmas tree in the mall, this year it's virtual. And if we're going to be 100% honest, we're kind of struggling this year a little bit.
We are because, we've got the names of 1,500 children this year. We thought that would be a good amount that we could get from the schools and the agencies to help and do it all ourselves, right? Because we need donations, financial, monetary donations. That's what's really supporting the event this year, because we've kind of taken out the middleman of the public going and shopping. We just tried to decrease contact. And, as you guys know, with the numbers of COVID right now, they're going up. We just couldn't rely on the predictability of everything,
140,000 new cases in one day. It's hard to tell people to go to the mall and drop something off.
Exactly. And so, it just reduces the contact. We felt that would be safer for our kids, their families, our shoppers, our volunteers, and everyone, everyone that would be considered. But having said that, we have the ability to get financial donations. I think you guys have all of that information on your website with a link to the community Christmas tree, which I'm so grateful for. We have sent donor letters out. People have been generous. We just need, again, the community to, come in behind us and really support us this year. If you were someone who would go out to the tree and take a tag and shop for us, what we're really asking is take that amount of money you might have spent on a child and just send us a check. Go on to our Facebook page. There's a donate button right there. We have a GoFundMe link on our Facebook. We have our P.O. box for those of you who want to just use snail mail. We will accept it anyway. But take that into consideration and just give us the amount that you would have spent on a child, and we'll say thank you. And you can say, okay, I gave, but I didn't have to spend the time, but at least I gave, and I know a child's getting some good out of this. We're trying very hard to provide the children with some clothing and at least one item that they kind of are, is on their wish list. So
So I know that in years past, and I think, when we think about this, because especially now with COVID, and people struggling right now, and the thing is, like everybody has their hand out right now saying we need to raise money for this, because there's so much, right?
I know.
So many people out of work, and
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as we get closer to the holidays, and I think the reason that we put such a highlight on this one is because around the holidays, yeah, there's a lot of people that are going without, but there's also a lot of people that are still doing okay, that are still, getting by. And so these kids, they get to see in the Zoom classes and the distance learning, and when they go back to school, they get to see these other kids still having amazing Christmases, or at least Christmases that aren't representative of 2020, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
do you have a way this year, since we're going virtual, to still see some of these children's stories, so that when people are sending you a check, they're not sending a check saying like, yeah, I'm sending a check to another organization that's asking money, but this one's for the kids, so I guess I probably oughta.
You know what I'm going to do is I have taken a look at our tags, and I'm going to get some of those tags and we'll read them on the air, which I think will be really nice. It'll bring in some real definite, connection for the people and that want to give us money. We get our names from all of the schools here in Modesto, some social service agencies, and these are the kids whose families are in the most dire straits right now. Every year, the teachers and the people that work at the social service agencies will select the families, the children of the families that are in most need. So be assured that your money is going directly to cover the gifts for the children.
And Matt, I mean, Matt, your dad was a social worker for a satellite agency, right? Like he saw a lot of these kids come through.
Yeah, I used to go help it. I used to go help him be his little elf every year that he would do like.
Yeah,
he was saying a thing every year.
They just want to feel like other kids for a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. And we've got, kids are asking for coats and warm clothing, and their desires seem to be a little different this year. And I don't know if it has to do with the pandemic or not, but they want some of the bare essentials and things that many of us take for granted. So buying warm clothing and sweatshirts and coats and shoes and socks is really something that we're doing right now, and we're trying to get the most that we can. So we're buying in bulk, and we haven't quite started to mix and match and pull gifts for the kids, but that's what we're going to do in a couple of weeks. So we're going to start doing that, and we've had some businesses that have contacted us and have been able to help us, on a one-on-one basis. And also at the mall, there's a wall banner where the tree usually is and where our kiosk usually is, up on the second level, just across from the food court. And there's a wall banner, and listed on that banner are some of the most needed items that we are in need of this year. And we've worked out, there's a big bin there at the mall. And if people want to go buy a couple pair of shoes or a couple jackets and put them in that bin, they're going to let us know, and periodically we're going to go out and pick that stuff up, let it sit, make sure it's safe, and then put it into our inventory to help the kids.
I was going to ask about that. And I don't, not to take anything away from the mall, because there are amazing stores in the mall, but like this time of year, we're really, pinching their pennies, and I'm willing to assume or bet that the mall probably has stores that are teaming up with you again this year if people want to go make those purchases.
They do. And there are several stores that are willing to give us some discount. Icing is giving us a 20% discount, which is really cool. And some of the stores haven't gotten back and committed, but I'm going to give you a list of stores that in the past have done this. And I would say if you shopped there and asked and said you were shopping for one of the kids, they might give you a discount. So we've got JCPenney's has been really good in the past for us. Mainland has always been good and given us, a good discount. We've got the Shoe Palace and Cotton On. So those are some of the stores that in the past have done some really nice things for us. We had Yankee Candle say, we'll give you a bunch of coupons for your volunteers. So I went down there and they gave me this stack of coupons. They said, just give them out to all your volunteers. And I said, well, thank you. I said, we'll do that because we have people volunteering in the wrap room.
That was nice of them.
It was very nice. They were very sweet.
Did you know that at Yankee Candle, Macintosh is not a computer scented candle? It's an apple scented candle.
Did you think it was computer scented?
I'm sorry, but I
All
grew up
these
playing on a
years?
Macintosh.
Why is there a Mac candle? Blah, blah, blah. And I go, because Macintosh is an apple. He goes, oh, it is?
I had no idea.
I want to ask you.
There's a huge
Can
apple
I ask
on
you?
the computer.
How do you think that Macintosh computer candle would have smelled?
Okay, exactly. That was my whole thing. Was like, is it supposed to smell like lightly burnt plastic and orange dusty fan?
I'm kind of going with the lightly burnt plastic. That's what I was thinking.
That's my whole. I
You
dated
know?
a girl one time who specifically went to get Macintosh things for her car, and I always drove, so I never smelt it. So I was
Great.
September 2020 years old when I learned that the Macintosh candle is an apple scented candle.
It was like an epiphany, wasn't it?
What?
Hey, 2020.
Are you kidding me?
2020 has been a year of discovery. I learned that Macintosh is an apple, and I learned that the numbers on your toaster are the minutes that it's toasting, not the degree to which it's toasted.
That's a major breakthrough. It
Yeah.
really, truly is.
So if I have it in 3, it's 3 minutes. I didn't know.
Yes.
Right.
Are you today years old and learning that?
Yeah, today years old.
That's awesome. Can I tell you, I'm Italian. I have never baked bread in my life before this year. I am now a pretty good focaccia maker. I make pretty good focaccia bread.
Are you why we couldn't buy yeast at Rayleigh's?
Yes, that's me.
Oh my goodness, Joanne! This is a very special time of year, and we always love this, and I wish that this year was going more smooth. I'm sure because we get there every year. I'm sure that we'll get that last minute push, but in the meantime, and I know it's tough to ask people in the Valley to keep giving, but this one's a special one. This is
it's a tradition. I mean, we've been going on for 36 years, so.
Right.
If you want to carry on the tradition, give us a donation. Or if you really want to buy items, you can purchase them and drop them off at the drop-off where the kiosk used to be. And can I mention some of the items we need?
Please, yes.
So, okay. These are all children's clothing in the sizes from 6 to 14. We need underwear. We need warm clothes like sweats. We need coats. We need and that's actually those are the sizes for the clothes. So warm clothing and underwear, coats, and shoes. Then if you're going to buy items and not clothing, I would say educational toys for children that are 6 to 14 years old. Board games, and we even need scooters if you want to buy a bigger item. So
those little razors now.
So
my kids went into pandemic not knowing how to ride a bike, and now my kids are like little BMXers. And so I think there's a phenomenal opportunity right now to learn new outdoor things with your family. If we're going to look classic, cool, we're home right now with family.
Exactly. And what better than board games and things to do to stimulate family interaction in a positive way? Because we know this creates, the pandemic's creating a lot of little cabin fever, and it's like, so have some things that can help you interact in a positive way. And that's what these kids are needing. A lot of these children are from families of essential workers, and, they don't have a lot of the stimulation that some of our families are able to give their kids because they're home with them and able to be home with them. So, they need a lot. So the warm clothing and things that are educational toys and good interactive toys for family. Those are the kinds of things that we really want to include.
So we'll have a real quick promo meeting when we have you before we let you go. If you have those cards with some of those kids and who they are and their needs and their wants, if you wouldn't mind sending us some screenshots of those cards, I think we would be happy to post them with links to how they can donate. I think if we start, really putting some names to these wants and needs, people will start realizing, Jimmy legit needs a sweater so he doesn't get cold.
Yeah. No, and it's a real thing. And it's not like you're going to give your money and we're going to use it for supplies or this or that. We're going to use it to buy these things for these children.
Right.
You know, we don't have any paid staff. Like, maybe
I've
wish
been in
we
your
did.
war room. I've seen your workers.
I
Like,
know.
it's legit. It's
I
not.
know.
It's not 2 or 3
I
people
know.
sipping on some mimosas, wrapping some. Like, it's real work.
Oh,
Your
no.
people
Oh,
are
no.
working.
That's right. No food allowed, you know.
Yeah.
We go in there with the till of the hunt. Put the snacks away. No food allowed. You're here. You know, you want a break, go outside, have a little break, come back, a short break.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
just in some good old-fashioned meth. Keep working.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it. That's it. I told people one time when I'm no longer chairing the project, but when I was years ago, and I was in there and I said, "Come on, guys, come on, work. I don't want to have to give anybody cuts in salary, you know, because that hurts. I know you're really here for the money." They
Yeah.
all laughed at me. I told them I was gonna demote them if they didn't, you know, get going and start doing it right. They laughed. It was funny. I was joking, people. I was
We
joking.
know you're joking.
I know you do. I just want the listening audience to know.
Man, Joanne in the Valley. Everyone knows Joanne in the Valley. Hey, if you want to get stuff done, go to Joanne. I'm not saying she's going to feed you amphetamines. I'm just saying she's kind of a pusher.
I know.
Like, what do you want? The clear or the blue? I got it all.
I use my age. The older you get, you have to find something good about getting old, and you can get away with stuff. Did you know that? It's awesome.
Every time I walk across an old person in the grocery store and they fart.
Hey, Patton Oswalt says that the older you get, the more crimes you should be able to get away with. And when you hit 100, you should be able to walk into a bank, hold it up, and whatever money you can walk out with, that should just be yours. You're 100. You get to walk in.
You know the little bags they have attached to the walkers? That's where you put the money.
Right. And you let them go.
You
just slowly meander out of the bank, and then you go shopping.
Yes. You let them go. You let them go. If an old man, if a 9-year-old walks up to you and he trips you, you say, "I'm sorry I got in the way of your foot."
Exactly. I was in a store the other day and there was a gentleman walking and his mask was down below his nose, you know, and I'm in healthcare. I've been in healthcare for over 40 years. And I looked at him in my sweetest little old lady tone and I said, "Oh, your mask fell down. You might want to pull it up over your nose so you're protected." And kept walking. And he looked at me like he had just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He didn't get mad or anything. I thought, that worked.
That's a strong mom flex right there. That's you recognizing the tone of your voice and who you are and saying, "I'm going to get this guy to do what I need him to do."
It was kind of cool. I kind of liked it.
All right, Joanne. So again, please, if you can get us some images of what those people need, I would love to share those so people can put a name to this.
I will go to our quote unquote war room that you call it, and I will take some I'll capture some images of some tags and I'll send them to you today. Okay.
I envision you like, I forget the guy's name, Wolf Blitzer and the other guy on CNN on election night. Like I envision you with like your Santa board where you're going along and talking about like what's getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do. I admit it. I know exactly what you mean. Yes.
I love it.
I love you guys.
Thank you so much
for your help.
The GoFundMe you can find at khop.com. Do you guys also have an official website or Facebook where people can find you, or do we just go khop.com right now?
You can go to khop.com, or you can go right to our Facebook page, which is Community Christmas Tree. And you can get all the information right on there as well.
Okay. Hey, can we do this again next week?
Absolutely. Same time, same place.
All right, awesome. Matt, you won't screw up the link next time?
Yeah, right. It was me.
I don't know who it was. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but hey, just thank goodness for cell phones. That's all I can say. Yeah, right. No, you're not getting away. No.
Bye, Joanne. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Okay.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Love